Hi and welcome back to the Cheeky Crypto Podcast. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another podcast video. And in today's video, I'm going to highlight 5 altcoins that I believe could do really well in the month of July. If you enjoy this sort of content, mash up the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. Jump down into our Discord, link is in the description of this video. It's absolutely free to join. Over 7,000 people supporting one another navigate this space safely. It's a fantastic community and it's definitely worth immersing yourself down in the Discord. Right, let's get down to the desktop. Okay, so I'm going to start with this first project and I'm going to literally, maybe apart from one or two, talk about some projects that we don't really tend to talk about on Cheeky Crypto. But the first one that I want to talk about that I think has huge potential and could do really well in the month of July is Injective. ING is the ticker. It's up 4.6% at the time of recording in the last 24 hours. At $7.42. Now that's already done, some big movements up out of like the big pullback that we've recently had. You could have got this as low as $6.86, but I do think that with everything bullish going on in the crypto space, particularly around the ETFs for Bitcoin, we could see some of these altcoins really push on to do really well. So yeah, look, one to definitely dig into and do your research. All about the blockchain built for finance and creating the best in class financial apps. It's definitely one that I think people should immerse themselves in. I really do like a few things about this project. One, the 80% of the circulating supply is already in circulation and there's only ever going to be 100 million. So I do think that this is a really interesting project that people should go away and do some research on. Moving on, and we've got Lido, Lido DAO. It's currently down 1.40% in the last 24 hours at $1.93. Again, the reason why I think this one's going to do really well, everything around Bitcoin, again, I think it's going to push this project forward, as well as many others. All boats will rise, as they say. Liquidity for staked tokens, a really interesting project. One that, again, I think is worth doing some research on. Go away, do your research on this. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion on the market and where I think things are heading. I do think that these projects could have huge potential in the month of July. But it's just my personal opinion, not financial advice. Moving on, we've got 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗧. Currently down 1.41% in the last 24 hours at 66.02 cents. And again, a project that I think we might see a little bit of volatility the beginning of July, like in the first few days of July, because there is potential that Celsius are going to sell all of their altcoins and they have quite a sizable amount of Polygon, 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗧 and ADA. So whether it's going to move the market significantly, I'm not too sure in a negative way, but I do think there'll be a nice rebound. This project is at a really juicy price, and I think that it's easily going to go and surpass its previous all-time high. Just my opinion, really do rate this project. Again, it's a layer 2 for supporting with scaling Ethereum and utilizing ZK roll-ups and all that wonderful stuff. It's a fantastic project and probably the king of layer 2s on Ethereum at the moment. Next one is Looski. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. The ticker is LYXE. It's down 1.18% in the last 24 hours at $9.92. Now, again, I think this is a really interesting project that I believe people should go away and do some research on. I think that this is a project that has some really big potential and there's not many people talking about it. So this one definitely suits kind of Cheeky Crypto's view on what we look for in projects. The founder of this particular project used to work on the Ethereum in the early days. So, got some real decent people behind this project. So, look, I think that this is an interesting project to look at. Open and interoperable blueprint for phygital and digital worlds. Creating new economies is kind of something that they sort of talk about an awful lot with this project. Another one, not many people talking about it. I think it could potentially do well in July, but I also think that it'll do much better in the future as well. A lot to come from this project, in my opinion. And that brings us to the fifth and the final project that I want to talk about, and that just has to be 𝗕𝗪𝗠.org. So look, store your information permanently, and I think that this is going to be the king of the data sector. You're seeing an awful lot of data projects do really well, but when Metaverse and play to earn games are live, I think this is going to be the one that's probably going to be utilized the most. It's just my opinion. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below, but I do think that this one's going to go on to do really well. If we go have a look at the we call it market cap, it's at $5.51. It's down 1.17% in the last 24 hours. I do think that this is a pretty decent price, and one, in my opinion, is worth doing the research on. And if it resonates with you, go away and make those financial decisions based on your own research. There's no substitute for your own research. Those are kind of the 5 projects that I think are going to do really, really well in the month of July. But I've selected these projects, and none of this is endorsed by any of the projects. There's no paid endorsements or anything like that. These are my own thoughts, my own opinions on the projects and the market as I see it. Now obviously they're likely to be others that perhaps do more percentages and so forth, but the reason why I've picked these is because I believe that they're solid for the future as well. So if they don't do as well as I think they're going to do in July, then long term I think they've got a really good position in the current market as I see it. So take that with a grain of salt. Go do your own research, see if any of these projects resonate with you, and if they do, why not jump into the Discord and chat to us about what you found when you did your research. Really interested to get people's views and opinions on the projects that I've picked in this video. Let me know the 5 that you would pick, if I can talk, for the month of July as your top altcoins for July. Really interested to get your views and opinions in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's video, mash up the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. And I will catch you in the next one. Take care.